Sad news, everyone. I'm a streaming monster hunter. You know that one game series I like? The one where you hunt monsters. Yeah, I'm streaming it. I'm so sorry to tell you guys this. It's Fox time, everybody. How's everyone doing this evening? How could I have done this to you? How could I have not? That's the real question. Hello, nobody. Hello, Chief. Hello, Godzilla Harris. Hello, Drew. Hello, Mr. K. Hello, Nightlife. Unfortunately, Rise does not have cross-platform. That did not start until Wilds. I am very sorry to say. That is why in the Discord, I asked you guys what platforms you specifically play Monster Hunter Rise on. I am not happy that I have to exclude people. But I kind of have to go with what platform has the most people. It would be a lot better if there was cross-platform, but nothing that can be done about it now, unfortunately. I'm doing all right. I watched a bit of Monsters Inc. I didn't finish it. But I watched a little bit of it today. It's been a long time since I've actually seen it. So there are actually a few things I want to talk about. UH1 is related to the challenge run. The other is related to the schedule. I'm going to talk about the schedule first. Because I'm pretty sure you guys care less about that. Anyhow, giving everyone time to what in? I said Floyd in. Flood. Text-to-speech apparently hates that word. Okay. So regarding the schedule, I deliberated over it last week. And that is a word that I don't say very often. I've been trying to figure out what exactly to do. How exactly to balance everything. Part of it is kind of making good on promises I made a little bit ago. But another part of it is kind of, how do I put it? Just streaming. When you guys are actually here. I don't know how much I am allowed to say. Because there's only so much you can talk about with the numbers and everything. But I figure most of you guys are based in US or Canada. You know, just North America. And I feel for the most part it's probably best the eyes stream in the evening. Which I know that's kind of unfair for European viewers. And you know anyone in Asia. But I do have some good news in regards to that. Friday will still be during the day. Well, for me it'll be during the day. For you guys, it might be like the afternoon. Somewhere around there. So, what I have in mind is this. Monday is going to be our designated multiplayer deck. Multiplayer day. So that means typically it is going to be occupied by either a Monster Hunter game or by Final Fantasy XIV or maybe even something else that's currently in our rotation. Monday will be the designated multiplayer day. Multiplayer day. Now mind you, there will be exceptions, but we'll get to that. Wednesday and Thursday will be more flexible. So those 2 days can be anything. They can be the multiplayer games that I mentioned. They can be some other game like just pulling one out of nowhere. Devil May Cry 3. Just whatever I feel, whatever I feel should be done on Wednesday and Thursday. And then Friday is what I am going to be calling All Friday. I said Small Friday. So essentially shorter games or games like Balatro or Tomodachi Life. Those will be reserved Friday if they are in our rotation. So like this week. Tomodachi life is going to be on Friday. Whatever you say, text to speech. And then the next Friday, it's going to be their next Friday. It's all going to be Tomodachi life. Until, I get sick of it, I guess. So shorter games will be reserved for Fridays. Now if there isn't there isn't a shorter game that we have in our rotation on a Friday, it'll fall under the same umbrella as what do you call it? Wednesday and Thursday. Now I said that there will be exceptions. When we have a situation like Monster Hunter Stories 3. A new game. Well, new for you guys that I very much want to play through. That is going to take over for a bit. Everything else is going to be put on hold. Until either I finish that shorter game. Not shorter game, whatever game it is. I burn out. Or I burn out and decide to not focus down on one game. A decent game to break the usual stuff would be a game called Motor Slice. I believe he mentioned that before Dave also. Hello Dave. Hello, Akai. It's not a Raffian. Raffian. It's espionage. We're calling him espionage now. It's Butternut. That's the actual name we've given him. He is a thorny, sleepy boy. I don't know if that's on the menu. Nightlife. I mean, if I try it and I think it's fun, then maybe. But if I can, I want to avoid PvP games. So that's everything I have to say in regard to the schedule. So to recap. Monday shall be a dedicated multiplayer day. Wednesday and Thursday will be flexible. A Friday will be reserved for shorter games. Or games that are like pick up and play. However, if we don't have any of that in our rotation, then Friday will be flexible. Friday will also be during the day, as opposed to the other days of the week, which is during the evening. And if there is anything that I am just very excited to play, or I really want to focus on, then that may take up an entire week. Or what have you. So that is how things are going to be going forward. I'm just letting you all know this right now. As though there isn't any surprises. Like how come you're not streaming the Sly Cooper games during the evening or whatever. Okay, with that said, let's talk about the stuff you guys actually care about. So, we're going to have to set some rules regarding this challenge. Now, before we do that, I do have to let you all know. We are playing on the Nintendo Switch. This does mean that we are limited on who can, actually join. At least when it comes to playing online. I am not happy about that, but that's how it is. So we are playing the Nintendo Switch version of Monster Hunter Rise. And we are going to go through the entire challenge using this version of the game. Now that said, I highly encourage anyone who has the game on any other system. I highly encourage you guys to play along. Because I don't want this to just be limited to everyone who can play on the Switch or join us on the streams or whatever. I don't want it to be limited to just you guys. So if you guys own Monster Hunter Rise on PC, PlayStation, Xbox, I highly suggest that you guys play along as well. And share your progress. Share like possible builds. Hurdles that we can overcome. Just things like that. Mainly so you guys aren't completely excluded. Now before we talk about the rules, we got to see an old friend. Look who it is. Brought Brian has returned. It's him. It's Brian. And for the first time, he's in Monster Hunter. Okay, so let's go over the rules of the challenge. I completely forgot to put them in the description, because I am foolish. Also, how's it going, Tyrant? So, the big rule of the challenge. The moment your health drops to 0, for whatever reason, you are dead. And that's it. That's the end of the run. So this means that at no point, in order for us to fully complete or run, can we drop to 0 HP. Close enough text to speech. Now I am allowing multiplayer because Monster Hunter is a multiplayer game. However, everyone is responsible or their own survival. So if one person dies, that is not the end of the run for everyone. We all have to start with completely brand new characters. So Brian here. Only level 1. We all have to start with completely brand new characters. And I would also say that the defender equipment is not allowed. Because I feel that would cheapen the experience. Now other failure conditions. If we happen to fail a quest because 3 people died, that does not mean the last person standing also dies. They managed to get away. Now, this does not mean that you should grief anyone. Also, if your character dies, you will have to drop out of the quest. Now the only failure condition where everyone dies is if we time out. So if for any reason we reach the 50-minute mark, and we fail the quest, everyone still present is dead. This is because the are tired of our crap. The cats that will you back to the camp. Think we're taking too long? And they decide, you know what? We're not allowed to live anymore. So timing out results in the entire party dying. And that's generally it. The challenge will not be completed. Or, I'm sorry, will not be considered completed until the final boss of Sunbreak is defeated. So to go over the rules again. Everyone has to start with a fresh character. If your character's HP drops to 0, they are considered dead. If we are in a quest and someone dies, that person will have to drop out of the quest. If the quest fails because 3 people die, the last person remaining does not die. However, if the quest fails because we timed out, everyone dies. Defender equipment is prohibited. We are only using what is available to us in the natural progression of the game. And this challenge is considered complete when we beat the final boss of Master Rank. Those are the rules of the challenge. Yes, there is defender armor. No, I do not recommend using it. Okay, with that said, It's time we open up the lobby for you guys to join. I know not all of you are ready yet. I'm going to give you all time to make your new characters. Adjust them as much or as little as you want. A lobby passcode is on the screen. Everyone write that down. Well, it's gonna show up on the screen and in the chat anyway, so. Yes, if you guys start on a different platform, I would recommend you do the same rules. Okay, lobby ID and passcode are now on the screen. Again, this is Nintendo Switch only. Won't Nintendo Switch in the Nintendo Switch 2? Write that down. Write that down. Okay, there we go. So are we all clear on the rules of the challenge? Does anyone have any questions? What gives? Defender equipment. Nothing does. It's mainly just made of generic materials. Select right here. This is the Defender Gun Lance. It's A. Get through the base game easy equipment type. And I highly advise against using it. Yes, you are allowed to buy the DLC hairstyles. That is perfectly fine. Technically speaking, if you really wanted to, you could, do cosplay of any of the, important story characters. Or any NPCs. Like if you really wanted to. Yes. DLC is fine. You guys can use DLC. None of it is stat boosting items or anything like that. This sort of stuff is perfectly fine. What's up? Nothing much. We're just in the house like carpet. Oh, right. I should mention. At least for myself. This is going to be online only. Your proposed events after we beat the game. I would like to hear that after we're done for today. There was one thing I want to mention that I completely forgot. And just so you guys are made aware, do expect this, do you expect this challenge to be either sparse or bi-weekly? Is mainly because, you know, I also want to do Final Fantasy XIV. And there's also other things I want to do as well. Once we clear up the schedule a little bit, this can become more regular. But for the time being, it will be bi-weekly at the minimum. You're fine with that time framing? That's good to hear. You're very rusty with your eyes, so you'll watch on the sidelines. No, you won't. You're going to suffer with the rest of us. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Like I said, if you guys play on different systems, I highly recommend that you play along as well. One thing I forgot to include. I completely forgot about this. It's something that would heavily benefit our challenge run. No good challenge run is without a death counter. So I'm just going to leave that right there. You're not a professional gamer. Well, too bad. You're gonna become one. I was originally, you know, just track my own, you know, deaths. But maybe I should track everyone's. We know how many people have died for the sake of this challenge. Actually, while I wait, might be a good idea to upgrade my equipment as much as I can. I'm not going to fight any monsters just yet. Now we can bet on how long Brian will live. He'll probably last until high rank, I can assure you. Something will happen. And I will die. Made some iron. So while I wait for you guys to make your characters, and they give you a slew of upgrade stuff, only for armor. That's the only upgrade materials that they give you. Another part of this is going to be getting used to the controls again. It's been A long time since I have played this game. I am also using a weapon that I am not super familiar with. I have some experience with the gun lance, but not too much. And I'm mainly using it because I want to give myself at least some chance of survival. Oh, you can use your cat or your dog. It doesn't really matter to me. Actually, it might technically be better to use the dog, because the cats are pretty strong in this game. You know the puppies, they only help you like get around. But that's are way more personal. That's not what I said. Text to speech, the cats have way more versatility. Then they revamped a few weapons because of the high mobility. I don't really know. I only ever play sword and shield and charge blade, so I don't know, but they have changed. All I know is that my chosen weapons are pretty fun. Should probably be gathering some bones as well. That way I can make things on each of the weapon trees. No, this wasn't the game that introduced the long sword. That was Monster Hunter 2. They actually haven't introduced any new weapons since Monster Hunter 4. For you guys, that's like over 10 years ago. I don't want to fight that. I want to avoid that actually. If I recall, the original Monster Hunter had great sword, sword and shield, hammer, don't remember if hunting horn was originally a part of the series. Lance, light bowgun and heavy bowgun. The Western version also added in the dual blades. And then you had Monster Hunter 2, which I believe added in long sword, hunting horn. Oh, my thing crashed. What was I saying? Long sword hunting horn. Bow. And I believe gun lance. Monster Hunter 3. Of the original Monster Hunter 3. Got rid of a lot of stuff. But I think that was the one that added in the switch axe. And then Monster Hunter 4 added in the insect glaive and charge blade. And that was the last time they ever included new weapons. You want to run multiple weapon types for part breaks? Generally speaking, yes. So like you want at least one. AH1 Swordmaster. Or Blade Master, I should say someone who does slashing damage. To cut tails. Want someone with blunt damage. To cause some impact. You know, knock out the monster. And then everyone else is kind of just, you know, everyone else. You also very much want to avoid tripping each other. Especially now because tripping each other could lead to everyone dying. Yeah, I think that's enough gathering. I try to make him look as goofy as possible. But I think I accidentally made him cool. Okay, I can upgrade the weapon we already have and forge new ones. That way I have those ready or whatever. New weapons we unlock. We're doing a bit better already. As for armor, I can't upgrade my armor right now. So this will have to do. I also can't make any armor right now. Alright. Do we have anyone joining in? If no one's joining in, that's fine. I'll just fight monsters myself. All in my lonesome. When you guys could have helped me. Is it working? I meant to do that. Alright, you know what? I might as well. At least attempt to fight a monster on my own. Let's start. Extremely basic. With Mr. Scythe. He is this game's beginner monster. So if struggling, it'll go well. Also, this is a good opportunity for me to learn Gunlance a bit. I've only used it briefly in Monster Hunter World. And I kind of liked it, but it didn't feel like particularly special. He's over there in the cave. Oh, welcome back, Mr. K. You're done making your character. This is actually pretty fun. This is actually a pretty fun weapon. I timed that morally. Have to really keep an eye on my health. I say as I get slapped. Okay, that was a poor decision. Alright, not going to lie. I might have been sleeping on the gun lance. This actually feels really nice. I just need to get used to actually blocking attacks. Don't forget the shell. Oh, that's like a nice combo reset as well. You idiots. Maybe I'm the idiot. I need to heal. Excuse me. You can block and press A for quick reload. I know that part. That was something from Monster Hunter World. Oh, hello, Bunny. Evil Bunny. Evil, intimidating Bunny. I made a mistake. I made a mistake. You're going to make the bunny a coat. You can do that. It is Monster Hunter. I forgot the reload. A evil, intimidating bird. They're just jumping me. That's typically what the rapture monsters in these games do. Yes, Rise is not cross-platform. Excuse you. Excuse you, sir, that was incredibly rude. You're asking if people had made characters yet. I know Mr. K has. Yeah, of course, you see. The best character ever. Brian here. She's been waiting for it to download on PlayStation 5. Is it just me? Or on that? Or is the download speeds on the PlayStation 5 kinda terrible? I have PlayStation 5, right. But I also have a Switch. And a Switch 2. And I kind of feel like the download speeds on those are actually much better. It got carried over from PlayStation 4. Yeah, that makes sense. Also GG, everyone. Yeah, Rise is not a cross-platform game like Wilds. But I highly recommend that you guys play alongside anyway. He actually downloads stuff faster on PlayStation 5 rest mode. Really? You wouldn't think that. You know. You wouldn't think that's the case. Hey, listen, I had him on the ropes already. Mr. K made me. This is because I am amazing. That's totally the reason. Okay, what do we got? Some critical I would actually be really nice. Don't ask questions you aren't prepared to handle the answers to. Just pretend we're Spider-Man, okay? Pretend we are Spider-Man in a Monster Hunter game. That's all you need to know. That's interesting. So next time I'm installing a game, That like maybe I need for stream. Onto my PlayStation. I should just put it into rest mode. Let it download fast. So I don't have to think about it. Let me check something, I just remembered that. The gun lenses have shelling types. What's considered the better shelling type? Or does it kind of just depend on what you prefer? Also nice to do before bed. It'll download overnight or when you go out. That's true. That's very true. I don't typically use rest modes that often. I mean, aside from like my Switch, but that's just like. You don't typically turn off your Switch. Okay, well that's a lie. The long is for X plus A. Is it for that like general combo? Where you slapped the monster? Heavy shell is for damage. So what's the normal shell for? Normal is for full burst. You prefer the stare at the download progress bar. Yeah, it's yeah, it's just stare at the progress bar. You don't need to do anything else. You need to like go to work or something. No, you don't. There's a download in progress. All you need to do is stare at the bar. Nothing else matters. You have to. You have to go on a date or something. Yeah, with the download bar. If anything's for certain, you know the download bar will always be there until it finishes. You can always count on the download bar. You know exactly how long it's gonna be there. No, you're too busy watching the download bar to even fight the Imperials from Final Fantasy XIV. That's the power of the download bar. Didn't mean to grab 2 stacks of potions, but here I am. Doing that anyway. Hello, stupid fuzzy thing. We are here to make sure that you stop existing. Is that fair? I don't know. Oh, I need to sharpen. Eat that eats through your sharpness super fast. Might be a good idea to get speed sharpening in the future. Okay, I'm starting to get the flow. I'm starting to get it. You're basically just trying to find excuses to do your big combo whenever you can. At least when you're using the normal shelling. Do they scale off of attack? All, I'm happy to hear that actually. Okay, let me take control. You know, I never really told this before. I never had a dog. Of course you guys know that. I have my kitty Sniff, whom I love very much. She is my baby. But you know, I've never had a dog. Well, you know, circumstances never really allowed us to have one. Like the most we've ever done is like dog sitting. I'm sorry, what's only in wilds? I wasn't paying attention. As opposed to deep down I am more of a cat person. They am a dog person. The attack does scale okay. I'm guessing we do want artillery. Right. Satway, the power of our shells is better. The level of the shelling increases the shell attack. Okay, but does it also scale with sharpness? Have you already answered that? Don't worry. I want to see something really quick. I just want to see if it scales. So each shell does about 10. Maybe 11 depending on where it hits. No, they do scale on sharpness. They do. It went from doing 10 per shell to doing Okay, that's good to know. Just not realizing how good the character your models are. I would say. Yeah, we can sharpen bullets. I would say. In terms of like, you know, visually. The models in World are better. But in terms of actual customization, the models in this game are way better. Okay, we do need to beat up some of the small guys. So let's go ahead and do that. Take their parts. And at the very least, we'll be able to get some new armor. I do know the shelling can't land critical hits. I do know that at least. They definitely took the character creator from this game and updated it further in Wilds. Oh, absolutely. Wilds has the best out of all of them. Like you can make straight up Woody from Toy Story in Monster Hunter Wilds. That's genuinely how good it is. This game came out when games were having a samurai ninja phase. Were they? Was that a thing back then? Like around that time. I mean, I genuinely wouldn't know because you know, I don't typically like play. You know what? No, now I think about it. Samurai Remnant came out around Monster Hunter Rise, right? Ghost of Tsushima was a big thing and everyone just kind of followed suit. I've never actually played that game. I have heard it's good. can confirm. Is the sequel good too? I haven't heard as much about the sequel. Like kind of just felt like it came out and that was it. Although to be fair, a car feels that way with a lot of games. In and like your guys' recent years. Because, like, anything's bad, but just like a lot of games are coming out. And kind of hard to remember them all. You can't confirm with the sequel. Okay, that's fine. I was mainly just asking out of curiosity. Oh wait, do you need the sharp claws, don't I? Way too many are coming out too quickly, yeah. Like just in 2026 alone. You have. Just trying to think, you have a lot of things from Capcom actually. You know, Resident Evil 9. Pragmata. Monster Hunter Stories 3. And that's all within like a single month period. Like not exactly, but around a single month. What was that one game that also came out? Remsen Desert, was it? That one also came out. I don't know a lot about that one. Right, the new Sorter online game is coming out soon. Yeah, Pragmata Bats also. That also came out. Not too long ago, actually. Actually, it's June now, so I might be wrong. Mr. K. I would not recommend fighting Big Monster. Big Monster might be a bad idea right now. Trying to think of like what other games have come out recently. Motor Slice, you guys said that. That's also a game that came out. Look, there's just so much stuff lately. I don't know, he just kind of wears the funny mask thing. He's actually like super handsome underneath. Dead as Disco. Yeah, that one's in early access, right? I've been meaning to pick that one up and try it. There's a lot of different things coming out right now, and there was also a lot of different things coming out last year as well. Again, last year for you guys, you get the point. You know, Monster Hunter Wilds, Expedition 33. The newest Digimon game. Oh right, Tomodachi Life that came out recently. Also Xenoblade Chronicles X. Doom. The Dark Ages? Yep. Like there was just so much stuff lately. Yeah, the Minecraft Digimon game. So much stuff has been coming out. That's kind of hard to keep track of it all. Oh, hello. Here's an angry raptor down there, and I'm not sure if I want to deal with that. It's really interesting when you know, look at it all. And see like. There are actually a lot of good quality games coming out. And, you know, things that are on the horizon, like a brand new Castlevania game. I don't know how many of you guys have, like, you know, been here from the start. But one of the first things that I played. This was like year one. One of the very first things I played was Castlevania, Aria of Sorrow. I'm pretty sure that's the right one. I have to think about it for a moment. I was like, wait, Aria of Sorrow. No, I'm pretty sure that's the right one. Gaming has become so bloated that it's hard to see the good stuff. Well, not if you're me, and I am the most objective person ever. So says me. Thank you, me. You're welcome, me. But yeah, brand new Castlevania game is very exciting for me. While I don't know if I would call Metroid Prime 4 like an excellent game. I did enjoy it. Not sure if I would call it excellent, but I thought it was fun. I liked it. I wouldn't say it's better than the original Metroid Prime. But that's also like a very high bar. Okay, before we move on to a new monster. Mr. K, is there anything you might need? You're getting hard into model kits. I've been into model kits long before I started streaming. To be honest, I have considered. Because you know how often I talk about like Transformers and stuff. If I ever get the equipment for it, I would kind of like to do like a stream or something where I just mess with Transformers figures. Or, you know, build model kits or whatever. You don't need anything. Okay, we can just fight something else. We should probably fight the egg snatcher next. That might be decent. Egg. The tutorial is so long, yeah. Yeah, it really is. Technically speaking, you can just jump into the hub quests. They are scaled to be done by one person. But if you're not like super familiar with Monster Hunter, it might be a good idea to do the single player tutorial. Typically, the single player campaigns in Monster Hunter games act as tutorials. At least from the ones that I've played. One thing I like about this game. One thing I actually really appreciate about it. It's the fact that you can go through the low-ranked village. And then carry your progress over to the hub. So that way you can just immediately jump into high rank. Now I'm not doing that. Because I don't think that's interesting. Okay, Egg Snatcher is over there. You should also be warned that the village quests are easier in comparison to the hub quests. Because again, they're the tutorial. Typically in Monster Hunter, the low-ranked village is really just an extended tutorial. What am I hearing? Why did I hear a bird tweeting? I'm learning everyone. I'm learning how to gun lance. I'm learning how to guns. I don't know why I wasted that.
砥石を使うんだ。覚悟。はや。今のうちに。
This chicken is not allowed to have any rocks. Not while I'm here.
追撃です。行きますよ。
よろしくいただき。
Oh, is someone tired? Is someone a tired chocobo? Mr. K. Where are you? Mr. K. I see you in the corner of my map right there. You're looking for a thing. Are you looking for like the spider thing? What are you doing, you silly chocobo? Okay, so getting that counter does not refill your ammo. Okay, how is he still alive? You are spending too much time being alive. You should stop that. That was a mistake. Okay, time to sharpen.
行きますよ今のうちに
It's a featherless chocobo. Exactly. How's it going, Nermcat? Uh-oh, evil and intimidating bear. Hold on, I got this one.
総流始めます
Behold. The power of bear. Bear slamming into a chocobo. And completely missing.
派手に行こう楽しかったです決まった
There we go. GG, everyone. Oh, she's the quest giver for the village. Her sister is the quest giver for the hub. That's so dumb. What do you mean that's so dumb, huh? Ha, ha. Ha, ha, ha. Ha. No, that's just kind of standard tradition. They always give you separate quest givers whenever you're in like a different hub. I think the only exceptions are Monster Hunter 1 and Freedom Unite. You can correct me if I'm wrong about that. You kind of want to play with another weapon. You could try hammer maybe. I don't know what hammer is like in this game, but that's an option. Oh, that's another level of critical eye. I need a sharp bang. Where can I get a sharp fong? He also has maximum height. Right. That's the same as, Monster Hunter Wilds. You played that too much in this game. Alright, fair enough. So where do I get the sharp fong? What weapon types are even in this game? All of them. Apparently we get them from Oh, you could do bow, that is true. So the only option available to us right now are either the mean pigs Or the sharks. The mean pigs have a higher chance. But I don't think they're as plentiful, right? So it might be better that we try and get the fangs from the sharks. The drop rate is just abysmally low though. There is a quest dedicated to them, so we could do that. And hopefully we get the items that we need. Nightlife is going to fight a thing. Nightlife is going to fight 3 things. You're gonna stick with hunting horn for now. That's fair. I am going to post a quest. Beating up sharks. Because I want those fangs. So what are some general skills that I would want to go for with the gun lance? I would assume the skills that I want kind of vary depending on the type, right? So like the normal one I have right here. I'd probably want like artillery. I have it in my head that it's probably better to be defensive. Sharpness. So like handicraft or speed sharpening or something. Artillery. Since I'm probably going to want to go defensive, I'd want guard and guard up. Okay, I think I have a general outline. A general idea of what I would want to do. Okay. Right, this is also for the stupid bugs as well. I actually do need parts from them to make the gun lance. Right. This is going to be a quest we're going to return to a lot, isn't it? Mean shark detected. Get off me. I forgot to wish list the armor piece that I need. It just hit me that I completely forgot to do that. This might not turn out well. You know what? We'll be fine. Apparently supposed to use a kunai. For some reason. Oh, it just kills them. They just die when you use the kunai. Hey, you get over here. That is a mean raptor. Hello. I don't want to deal with you right now. Okay. Thank you for your patience. Goodbye. Oh, hello, Smiles. How's it going? I'm not getting those fangs. I think I only need 1 or 2 of them, right? Just chilling. So far. You'll use the katana. Yeah, that's a pretty popular beginner choice when it comes to these games. Not that that's a bad thing, like it's a very good weapon. Meanwhile, the weapon I'm using is not exactly beginner friendly. Hello. Just shove that right into his face and he suddenly dies. It makes me sad that the big shark isn't in this game. Hey, wait a minute. Why is the reticle stuck to my screen? That's not supposed to happen. Wait, was this always a thing? I don't think it is. Why is the game just deciding, hey, you know what? While you're on the dog, you get to aim as well. I broke the game. Oh, because of the throwing knives? Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Hey, look at that, I got a Fong. I did it, guys. I got one of the two things that I'm after. I am also out of, poison. Smoke bombs. That's fine, I can live with that. That reminds me, I do need to get equipment. For my dog. Can't forget to do that. Should also ask, is there anything you particularly need, Mr. K? I know you said you're sticking with a hunting horn. Do you need to get another one? Or are we fine to fight another monster after this? Would you look at that? I didn't get that other Fong. Need to look up. Need to look up, listen to me. You need to look for one with attack up or defense up or both. I don't know if we're gonna get any of that anytime soon. Yep, I need another one. Okay, is there a better way to get them? I could try the mean pigs. I could absolutely try those. So they only show up in the Shrine Ruins Area 9. I don't think a lot of them show up in that zone. Bit of a toss-up if we'll actually find them. Yes, you can absolutely play the song of our people. Using the hunting horn. Don't mind me, I am just going to beat up some evil pigs. You know, as much as I complain about them adding the small fry for, you know, the bigger monsters. And not including the bigger monsters. With the evil pigs. I'm fine with them not including their leader. Because they're a leader. He's terrible. Will this give us some bacon? Maybe. I just need the one item. You see this thing? See this creature right here? Evil pure evil. Oh hey, I got the thing. A quest over. I'm going to beat up the other one anyway. Because I hate them. Alright, we're good. Okay, what should we fight next? I think the bear gives US defense up. So it might actually be a good idea to fight him next. It's going to be a minute where I can make the stupid bug weapon. It does have better sharpness than what I have right now. At least like slightly better. I'll see you later, nobody. Just remember to stay foxy. Or else. I do. One of these trees leads to the evil and intimidating bunny. So we'll get to that one eventually. What does Hunting Horn need right now? Hunting Horn doesn't really have a lot going on either. Well, to be fair, it is the early game. So we're not going to have a whole lot of options when it comes to our equipment. Okay, next we should do evil and intimidating bear. It's only us. And our dogs. And an evil and intimidating bear. I'm guessing the flash bombs are going to be for when he grabs us. So far that it hasn't been too bad. So far, this hasn't been too bad. But to be fair, we are still on 1-star quests. So it's not super terrible or anything. I say as I immediately get slapped. I timed that very poorly. Okay, that was just evil. Oh, no, 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 no. That's why I get for saying that it wasn't too bad so far. We broke something. And we broke his arms. I was going to try and find out if I could parry that. So what have we learned today, everyone? Don't say things are going well. Because you're just asking for things to not go well. Red, red. No, no. You're cursing us. No, don't do it, Red. Now we have so much to live for. You did this, Red. You did this. You're the one who decided that. Stupid raptor should be here. Look at what you did, Red. I didn't mean to do that. But it's cool that it happened anyway. That was the wrong button. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to reload. And I gotta sharpen again. You never actually seen him here. He thought he was a flooded forest exclusive. No, you can show up here, absolutely. This is the Switch version. Although like I said before, if you guys want to do the challenge, I highly recommend playing along as well. You know, if you have it on a different platform. Yeah, GG, everyone. GG. Maybe next time you'll join No Rush. No rush at all. Why yes. Brian's twin brother. Yeah, getting Slugger might be a good idea. Okay, the hands and the waist. Give the fence boost. I don't have new hands yet, so I might as well get these actually. Oh yeah, there we go. Now we're stylish. Yes and no. Red? This is my first time doing a playthrough. Or, yeah, something akin to a playthrough with Gun Lance. I have messed with it before in Monster Hunter World, but not too much. So this is like my first proper playthrough, using gun lights. I didn't look at the armor, I should have checked. As Fortify, which is useless for this run. Actually, Counter-Strike might be nice. Diversion 2. You need to iron. Alright, let's go to. I think the Shrine Ruins have the best source of iron. Next on the The list for monsters. If I recall, it's the sleepy raptor, the poison raptor, and I think the umbrella bird, right?
出発しましょう。
大急ぎで準備中。
We're making good progress. At least we've beaten 3 monsters today. We're going on a pretty good pace. Should be in no time we'll reach. We'll reach rank 2. Or level 2 I guess I should say. Oh, wait. Hold on. There's some gathering over here. You must climb onto the dog rock. Get some more iron that way. I'm not even joking, it's literally a dog. See, he's a good boy. Very big good boy.
行きますよ。
Is Rise any better on the Switch? Yes and no. Well, mainly yes. If you're expecting like this to be at 60 FPS, then no, it's not better. But if you want a very stable 30 FPS, like no dips whatsoever, yeah, it's better. Like flatly better. Oh, by the way, Mr. K, if you are done gathering your iron, feel free to end the quest at any time. I will say it's absolutely better on handheld mode. For anyone who doesn't know, Nintendo updated the Switch 2 recently to have a boosted mode. Essentially what that means is all of your Switch 1 games. Oh, he's fighting the bear. All of your Switch 1 games. One using the handheld mode of the Switch. They will display at 1080p. Oh, I guess that means they're done. They display at 1080p and the only downside is that like a handheld, specific things are turned off. Because the boosted mode essentially convinces the Switch 1 games that it's being docked. So you do lose access to handheld capabilities. But for like the games that I play, Monster Hunter, Metroid Prime, Xenoblade Chronicles X. They are so much better. When playing handheld on the Switch too. Like you guys wouldn't believe how much better they are. I highly recommend if you have a Switch. Turn on boosted mode. It's amazing. Bug Snacks looks crisp and super responsive compared to the Switch 1. Around the Switch 2 is genuinely just a better system. That said, I do also wish Capcom would roll out a patch for this game, so that way we can play it at 60 FPS on Switch 2. I don't think they will. Okay. I don't think they will, but it would be nice if they did. It's comparable to base PlayStation 4. I've heard it's more comparable to the PlayStation 4 Pro. But since it uses like moderate for you guys, architecture, it's able to do more. That does not look like Ryan Reynolds at all. What do you mean it's Brian? He decided he wanted to be fancy. Are you saying you hate how Brian looks? Is that it? Are you going to say that to his face? His beautiful, beautiful face. Huh. Ha, ha. Ha. Ha, ha, ha. I was mistaking him for someone else. Yeah, that's why I thought. You don't insult Brian. Unless he dies eventually, in which case you can insult him. But only when it happens. Okay, let's. Let's actually fight. The evil and intimidating bunny. Because I do need him for the gun lance. That is mildly terrifying. Oh God. I am going to be honest, I hate working with super glue. I really hate working with that stuff. It's just like the fear of accidentally putting too much. Now it's everywhere. Or putting in too little, now it's not going to hold firm. Or what if it gets all over my hands, or I just hate it. Good luck hunting the bunny. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's why I like whenever I make my model kits. I do everything I can to avoid using glue. I hate using glue that much. There it is. The evil and intimidating bunny. What is he doing? What are you doing, silly bunny? Look at that, look at that. Barely did any damage. That's because we are so good at video games. I keep pressing X until together. Close enough text to speech. I keep doing that thinking this is sword and shield. The actual control scheme for Gunlance is very simple. I notice. I missed that, but that's fine. Sometimes you have to miss an attack in order to land an attack. That's what I say. We are the best video gamers, that is true. I'll just be over here sharpening. Is a little annoying. That my high damaging combo requires. That I spend so much sharpness. I know that. I can eventually just get things to mitigate that somewhat. What did I just do? I didn't mean to do that. One, let me pick up all the shinies. Oh, is someone tired? Is someone a tired bunny? I should get out of here. Never mind, he's getting out of here. Hey, you get exploded. I was behind that, wasn't I? That specific cloth white.
叩き込む 総流大成功ですね
Forget does he?
逃しませんよ
He doesn't do a follow-up. Oh, that was worth it. That did so much damage. Okay, that's my wake-up attack. Got it. Not something I would typically do in the middle of combat. Especially since it seems like it has a very long cooldown. GG. Easy, easy win. As well as things are going right now. I do expect to hit a difficulty spike. Sometime during low rank. Likely. When we have to fight Mango. Because from what I recall, he's actually pretty tough even in the low rank. I don't know if that's going to be like the first time anyone dies. But it wouldn't surprise me. Mango is easy. Well, you say that now. The armor is okay. It doesn't do anything for us that. Early changes anything. So here we go. This is more what I want. What happens if I die? Do I start over? Yes. I start over from the beginning. Now if anyone else dies, you know they start over from the beginning. To kind of go over the rules again for anyone who missed it. Or anyone who joined in late. So the entire premise is this. If for any reason my HP drops to 0, or anyone else's HP drops to 0, that's death for that character. You have to start with a fresh character for every run. And yeah, everyone is responsible for their own survival. Less shells on wide, just 3. We'll get to that in a moment. Now if you die during a quest, and, you know, there's still a bunch of us here in the quest, then you'll have to drop out. I'll get to build restrictions in a moment, just bear with me. So, if you die, you gotta drop out of the quest. You got to start over all of that. Now getting 3 carts in a quest does not mean the last person remaining also dies. However, timing out does mean that everyone dies. So everyone has to delete their character if time runs out. As for build restrictions, the only restriction I have in place is no guardian equipment. Because that just cheapens the experience. You are only allowed to use the equipment that is, you know, provide in the base game. So to recap, if your health drops to 0, you are dead. If you die, you have to drop out of the quest and start over. Failing a quest because of carts does not result in the last person dying, but timing out results in everyone dying. And the only equipment that's forbidden is defender equipment. Okay, that said, I need to learn. I only have 2 shells. So from what you guys told me, the wide shelling is more like something I weave into my combos. Is that right? Yes, okay. So it's less focused on slamming down, and more on just poking the enemy to death. Alright, got it. Do we have any monsters that we have to fight that may or may not be weak to ice? Because so I do want to try out my new thing. Maybe the umbrella bird, right? You can do the slam, just don't shell and press X instead. Gotcha. So just do the shelling combat shelling combo. Listen to me. Do that combo. But don't burst. Okay, so Umbrella Bird is slightly weak to ice. That's better than nothing. Oh, you want your egg? Okay, we can fight. Mr. Egg. We can fight the Chocobo. Where's your egg? You have to find your egg. That's what we got to do. We have to obtain the egg. Oh, the switch skill. I don't think we get those until I don't think we get those until level 2. So we have to clear out the 1-star quests. And then we get our switch skills. And it's actually really refreshing to play this game again. It's gotta be 3 years since we played through this the first time. Or at least started playing through it. You know. Sometimes that's just really weird for me to think about, you know. I've been at this route over 3 years now. Hold on, I got this one.
終了です。
完璧な総流ね。ほら行くわよ。絶対に倒す。やってきたわ。追いかけるわよ。
追撃です。
いただき。取った。
That's not what I meant to use, but sure, why not?
行くわよ。
Might as well get in some healing.
しますか。
Oh, someone angry. Big bird angry. I don't know why I did that. I really don't know why. Okay, that's why you guys told me not to. Burst. When using Y. You want this bird in wilds. He would be a really fun addition, yeah. Plus, it would generally just be nice to have more big birds in wilds. Because I like having best boy. But there are plenty of birds. Aside from best boy. That was a mistake. I didn't mean to do that.
しょう。集中。
You know a monster I want in wilds. The googly eyes. Not for any particular reason, I just like him. I just like him and I think he should be in every Monster Hunter game. I don't know why I did that, but I did anyway. I want to see something. All right, you take care of them. And there he goes. GG, everyone. Alright, we'll do one more hunt. And then we'll call it. He just wanted to live. Okay, calm down. That speech is best saved for Megatron. Yeah, we'll do the urgent quest. And then we'll call it there. If I could remove a monster from this game. Kazoo. Like 1000%. Kazoo. He's disgusting and I don't like him. You guys will see eventually. You guys will eventually understand my hatred. Okay, I can use ice against the big frog. What did you guys call him again? You called him Kermit, right? Fire Mizu. Yeah, that one's fair. That's a bit of a weird one. Overcoat speed is pretty nice. Sounds like I need it right now. but it is something to keep in mind. I think we just do the urgent right.
ご用件をどうぞ。おほう、特別なクエストが来ています。ホムラの加護がありますように。
Which monster would I add? Ooh, that's a good question. I mean ignoring Laggy. Because he got into a Monster Hunter Wilds. What monster would I add? The big shark. That's a really easy one. They have his babies in this game. Why don't they have him? Huh. As cool as the porcupine dragon is, I don't like him nearly as much as like some of the other dragons. Like Morbius, for example. I really like Morbius. I think he's one of the coolest dragons they've added into the entire series. The porcupine dragon. I do have a soft spot for him though. It's not like I hate him. What makes him special to me is the Beta 4. Monster Hunter World. The last update for the beta added him as like a super hard quest to beat, you know. And I really wanted to be him. In the beta. It took me maybe 2 hours. What kept getting me when I was fighting him? Wasn't like, you know, I kept dying or anything. I just wasn't fast enough. You get only like 2015 minutes. 1520 minutes to beat the porcupine dragon in the beta for world. So I do have like very fond memories of that. But like I said, he's not really a favorite for me. No, Rocky isn't in this game. I missed terribly. Okay, now I have to care a little bit more about my survival. In the beta, who did I have the biggest challenge fighting? Do you mean specifically for Monster Hunter World or just like for any of the betas or demos? Because for those, it would actually be Morbius. A world, yeah. It was absolutely the Porcupine Dragon. Morbius in the Monster Hunter Rise demo was no joke. He was by far the hardest beta monster for me. Can you get to master rank from guild only? If you mean the hub, then yes. For this game, the only skip is, doing the low-rank village quests. And that only skips the low-rank hub. Everything else you have to do in order to reach master rank. Oh crap. No, no, no. Nope. Nope, nope. Don't do that. Don't do that to me, Kermit. That was almost the end of Bryant. I think he would have been fine. His spine wouldn't be, but he himself would be fine. You know, there's a big difference between, There's a big difference between having a broken spine and having a broken soul. I don't know where I was going with that. How did that still hit me? Kermit. Kermit, how are you capable of this? Oh. Mr. K is in trouble. Puppy. Puppy, I need you. I need to sharpen. That's profound fox wisdom. Is it though? Is it really? Look out, he has a rock. That he hits no one with. Okay. Let him go to sleep. Wait, he's not going to his nest. Okay, scratch that, we just destroy him. If he was going to his nest then, I could have like sleep bomb him. I didn't mean to do that. But I don't think he meant to do that. There we go. GG, everyone. So far, not a single death. And that'll be the final hunt for today. Overall, I'm actually really enjoying Gunlance. We're eating frog skewers tonight. Never had those and I'm not sure if I want to. Well, you got the orb. Nice. So as a reminder. This will be likely a bi-weekly thing. So like next week we probably won't do this again, but the week after that we will continue with this. Of course, once we clear up the schedule a little bit, then we'll see. But before we go, it's time that we get our switch skills. And we got to get our petal laces. Maybe you'll get to Kermit in your free time. As I said before, if you guys are on different systems, I highly recommend that you do the challenge alongside us. Oh yeah, we can upgrade our equipment as well. I might use the fortitude one. Since that means more defense, right? Oh, I have talismans. Since when did I have these? Think the novice one is technically guardian equipment. So I am not going to use that. Actually, there isn't too much of a difference between demon and fortitude. Demon might actually be better to use. When did I get all these? Huh. And I'm not going to complain. Free defense is free defense. It means we get to survive for longer. Look at that, already at 110. Alright, but I'm going to close the lobby now and close out the stream. Thank you all for joining me today. Wednesday we will be continuing Final Fantasy XIV. And I think there is some game announcements coming up this week, right? So I'm excited to talk about that, whatever they might be. Till then, everyone, stay foxy. Alright, goodbye. Goodbye everybody.